Good morning, everybody. Gotta do a quick video this morning. How are y'all? Um, yeah, I'll uh, I'll see your crooked politician, and I'll raise you, the pedo priest. Now, boys, y'all gotta settle down. Hey, guys, y'all have no idea how loud that is. Yeah, you, Baxter. Good Lord. What up, hey, y'all take it outside. Go. That's enough. Go. Go. That's enough. Outside. Oh, you don't listen very good, do you, Lewis? What do you do? What do you do? Trying to live stream and freaking dogs, man. Freaking dogs. Yeah, you, Baxter. See you, Louie. But I say that because my whole life, and that's a sad, sad, sad part. I've talked about it before. That it's all a joke now. Crooked politician, it's a joke. Pedo priest, it's a joke. You know, what do you do with that? Everybody just laughs. Ha 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 ha. What about those people? I always wondered about those people in churches that they had something like that happen. How is the whole congregation not like, whoa? Oh, I don't think so. You know? I guess that Vatican money will shut a mouth pretty tight. That money will help you see a new way. I just don't. Wow, that's just crazy. And I've always thought about this. Okay, so these people do these things, and the ones that get caught end up making a settlement, right? Moving on to another church somewhere. The bad thing is they sign those non-disclosures. What's the court system gonna do if a kid that was molested by a priest comes out and says, "I can't do this anymore. This silence is killing me. This guy, he's a pedophile." Well, the court's gonna do? You're going to jail. You violated your non-disclosure. You had non-disclosure. You can't. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if he raped you. I don't care. You can't talk about it. Is that the way our system works? I'm afraid it is. Wake and bake with you guys as usual. We're living in an upside down freaky world. The devil is loose, and lately, I'd say probably the last 4 or 5 people that I've spoke to about the times we live in. When I started going down the path of the end times, the devil loosed, every one of those people are like, yeah, that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. The more I grow into it, and the more I learn, and the Lord lifts the veil, it's just like, how can people not see it? How can you not see it? It's so blatant, and it's so over the top of poking us. They want us to fight back. They want us to fight back. They want to they want their justification for the mass genocide. They've been trying through wars, my whole lifetime, to eliminate as many people as possible. But the Zionists and the West has gotten so good at war, we're not losing enough fast enough. They don't like it, so they started this other thing. Now, from the pictures I've seen in the Middle East, it does look like they're turning Gaza into a parking lot. Oh, shit. Have you seen that? Now you're starting to get into that disproportionate response area. But they're, on one hand, in Israel's side, if they don't get rid of the terrorists, Hamas, whoever you want to call them, called by a lot of names, if they don't get rid of them right now, this is going to keep going. But then, how do you get rid of that? These people, I've seen both sides of the story, and I gotta say, both sides have an argument, but I saw a pretty good argument the other day about archaeological digs around that area. Whose stuff do you find? You find Jewish, you find Israeli, you find biblical. You'll find Palestinian stuff. As far as I know, that's kind of the scale is, okay, this is our land. No, it's ours. Okay, we're digging over here. Hey, look what we found. This stuff is 1,000 years old and it's ours. It's from our people, not yours. See, this is our stuff. So see, this is ours. But that doesn't happen. I've never seen an archaeological dig that they said, ooh, uncovered today 5,000-year-old Palestinian artifacts. Just hadn't heard it. Don't know that it might exist, but I just never heard of it. And then you hear the story of 1948. That's pretty brutal, man. That's pretty bad. I don't care who you are. They've been, those people have been living there for quite a while. And then the powers that be after World War II go, okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. You're going to give up this much. You're going to give up this much. You're going to give up this much. And this is yours, Israel. Go. And the Israelis literally went in and just started moving people out. Get out. This is our country now. And this people are like, well, I've lived here my whole life. Get out. Get out. This is Israeli land now. It's for the Jews. What would you do? I'd be pretty pissed too. Because in 1948, my mom was born. Right? And can you imagine your mom is born, your family's in their home, and along comes a brand new group of people walking in going, this is ours now. All of it. From the sea to here. It's ours. Get out. And it wasn't, from what I understand, it wasn't a, hey everybody, we're Israel. We're the Jews. We're going to share this now. Hey, how you doing? Good, buddy. I want to, you do what? You're a farmer? Oh, hey, I'm a farmer too. We're going to be neighbors. None of that, from what I understand. None of that. But you keep hearing, oh, if it wasn't for Israel, they wouldn't have X, Y, and Z. Okay, but they wouldn't be dead either. This is none of those, do you want fresh fruit or do you want to be alive? You pick. But from what I understand, when I think it was 2005, that Israel basically turned over Gaza, that when they came in, the Palestinians, from what I understand, Israel had these big farms set up. They were growing a lot of food, and that supposedly Palestinians come in and just destroyed all that shit. Just got rid of it. And it's like, why would they get rid of their food sources? I don't understand. That's what they're saying. But you you listen to the rhetoric from both sides, and it's like, yeah, no, we ain't gonna quit. All of them gotta go. Other side's like, who, us? Yeah, we're not gonna quit. All of them gotta go. Gotta go. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But they've been fighting like that for 1,000 years out there or more since the Bible, early Old Testament. Just going at it. Going at it. I watched a guy do a presentation yesterday or the day before. The day before. He was basically talking end times, post millennial. He didn't say it, but he was saying it. And what he was saying was something I've said many times, that in Genesis 1, when God creates male and female, it's a separate and total different creation from Genesis 2. Because in Genesis 1, he creates man and woman at the same time in his image. And then, right then, the way it reads, is he sent them out to be fruitful and multiply and have dominion over the earth. That was the first creation, man and woman. And a lot of people in our circle, I believe it was almost like a preteen that went in and started building and excuse me, and started creating. And then God created Adam, because man and woman, male and female, that he sent out were doing their thing. But Adam, he needed his thing. So God created Eden for Adam. He was separate from male and female in Genesis 1. And God said, well, male and female over there, they're doing their thing. Adam's alone. So he created Eve out of Adam. And in Genesis 1, simple, created man and woman, his image, set them off. Genesis 2 creates Adam, puts Adam to work. Adam's working. Who knows how long Adam worked before Eve was created? He was naming animals all day, every day. He was doing it. That had to be a big job. And so God says, well, man, Adam's working hard. Let's find him a suitable mate. And you got to know that when it says that, you got to find him a suitable mate. They did interviews of what was available. And I got to think there was some females involved. And it just they weren't the same as Adam. So God said, I need to make a suitable one for Adam. And he made Eve out of Adam's rib, not in his image. Adam was made from the earth, and he had the breath of life blown into him. Eve didn't. Man and woman didn't. Man and woman weren't made of the dirt or a rib or had the breath of life blown into them, but Adam did. Eve didn't. So I contend 3 separate things. And I'd always questioned why and who was Cain so afraid of? Cain said, I can't go out there. They're going to kill me. There's no city I can go to. They'll kill me. God said, no, no. I'm going to make sure nobody kills you. So go on. Where's he going? It was just Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel, from what we know. This guy's contention was that Genesis 1, where it says the earth was without void. That God had reset the earth. Because they say it wouldn't be without void and upon the deep if it didn't already exist and he had made it dark without void. See what I'm saying? This guy's like, a lot of stuff happened before and God did a reset and then he started anew and made earth, made man. I don't know. But he's, I don't know about that. He's trying to say that man was already on earth before God created Adam. And that's where all of it came from. But that makes no sense because if it was without void and without anything, who were those people? I say they were the Genesis 1 male and female creation. And Adam and Eve, separate, completely separate situations. Because nothing else explains it. There's nothing else explains it. Because one thing that always hangs on me. Who was Cain afraid of? Who? Some people in our circle say, oh, that was the Nephilim. I don't think so. I think the Nephilim are a whole nother story. But I never thought it in depth this way. But before Adam, the angels fell in heaven because he was there in the garden. So Satan was already Satan. That had happened. And they'd already been cast out. And I never really thought of that. You see what I'm saying? You know it. That's great. That serpent approached Eve. And it never really clicked that, wow. All that had already happened in heaven. The angels had already fallen. That was a done deal. And I don't think a lot of people look at it that way and realize that those angels had already fallen. That a third of the stars was then, no, that's Armageddon. But when the angels fell, and a third of the angels fell with him, they were on earth. They were here. And eventually, they bred with the humans. And came the Nephilim. But who knows? We'll know someday. I just find it more palatable that there were 3 different creation situations: man and woman, Adam, then Eve. The devil was already cast out of heaven, so that's in that time frame of Adam and Eve. He was cast out either before, during, or after they were created. And my mind goes to the fact that They were cast out after Adam and Eve because the devil saw, what are you doing? I thought I was it. Now you made this. Now you made man. What are you doing? I'm the best. You don't make anything better than me. That's just the way my mind chooses to kind of look at it. Is that once he made Adam and Eve, Lucifer was like, I thought, whoa, I'm your most beautiful, most perfect creation. I'm the one, not them. What is it with them? Why are you doing that? I ain't gonna put up with it. And we know the story there. Now, it just seems plausible to me. And it seems very plausible to me that that's why Cain was afraid, because mankind had already been there, building cities, making families, going at it, populating the world. Oh no, this sounds plausible to me. Sounds a lot more plausible than here we sit, still waiting. Jesus Christ told people, your generation won't pass away before you see the coming of the Son of Man. He lied to those people. I don't think Jesus ever lied. I'm pretty sure he didn't. When he tells the disciples, no man knows the hour. No man, not even the Son. But you gonna be all right. You be all right. Thank God not many people watch this. Because when I paraphrase and shorten stuff like that, I'd be getting hammered. Yeah, you didn't, you said it wrong. Whatever. I know people hate this, but I'm going to do it anyway. One of the most precious things you'll ever see. Let me turn it up so we can hear it. This is my granddaughters. Hello. Wanna play? Oh, hi, Emma. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Jen. That's so silly. That's so silly. Say hi, Sissy. Say hi. I hope that's not all washed out. Those beautiful babies. My beautiful babies. They're so sweet. So sweet. I'm going to do it anyway. I want to see what this looks like. But, precious things. Yeah, them grandbabies. Oh, my. Oh, my. Nobody knows. I know I'm lazy. Hey, you can see it okay. You can hear it good and see it. It'll be all right. Somebody. You can see it and hear it. But, somebody popped on and somebody popped off. What the hell was that? Always freaks me out. Who does that? Who comes in and stays like 30 seconds? Am I that bad that they go, oh, watch that. Who's this jackweed? This morning, I'm going to check on my truck. My truck should be ready to paint And when it's ready to paint, after the first year, it's going to be after the first year before the guy paints it. That will mark over a year that he's had my truck. Over a year. And I already know that if he doesn't clean my truck up on the inside, I'm going to be one mad redneck. Because he took the windshields out of it, front and rear windshields. And one door's being completely replaced, so there's no glass in it. And been sitting in his shop, and then it got put on a trailer and hauled over to another shop. And it rained, and I can just see the interior of my truck is going to be a mess. It's just going to be a mess. And I'm not going to be happy. I'm not happy already. This has been a mess. People just, wow. You give people money and they go, sure, I'll do the work. They don't do the work. Now there's nobody watching. Who was the one person watching is gone. Good thing I don't do this for popularity or money. I'd be broke. What else? Still waiting. Eagerly waiting my guitar from Justin. Can't wait. So excited. Long time ago, as a kid, a friend of my parents, the guy played guitar, and he convinced my dad to buy a guitar, and he started giving him lessons. Well, my dad got to the point where he could strum, change a chord, strum, change a chord, strum, and they did a song at church one day when I was a kid, and my dad was so scared. You could see it in his face. He was so scared. And he could strum a little bit, but he never got good at playing guitar. And that guitar laid around forever. And I'd pick it up now and then and try and play around with it. And a couple of times my dad had a book, and learning guitar. I tried it a few times, but I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. I got great dexterity, but I don't have the brain connection to do all that. And so with this 3-string, I've been watching lots of videos on it, and they make it look too easy. They just do. I'm hoping it's that easy. I'm hoping, because I'm zero musical talent. Zero. My oldest Alex in high school was in the band, and she played clarinet. And a few times I've picked up that clarinet and just tried to make just a single decent note. Couldn't figure out how to blow on the reed. I couldn't figure out none of that. So it's going to be interesting. When I get it, I'm going to set up here. I'm going to set it all up. I'm going to see, let everybody see it. It's supposed to be really cool guitar. I can't wait to see it. He said he ain't going to show me no pictures, but that's his prerogative. I hope it makes it here in safely. He said he's going to build a box for it to ship it in. Now, it's not going to be that very big, cigar box guitar. They're not that big, but we know the post office. They're not the most reliable. Just not. Speaking of the post office, I told y'all last time about how they weren't picking up my mail. They weren't picking it up. I put it in there, put the flag up. It'd stay all week. I finally was mailing something at the post office. Hey, There's something going on here. What's the deal? Told the supervisor, and they were like, do what? They what? And I'm like, I don't know. They don't pick up my mail. They'll drop off. They won't pick up. They just won't. So, what next? What are we going to talk about? I ain't had much. I've been laying off of the news and stuff. Saw the Colorado deal about Trump. And what I understand about that, they made that ruling, and then they did a legal maneuver that basically, just, what did it say? What's the word? Injunction. They put an injunction on it, so it means nothing. Put that injunction on, I believe, pending Supreme Court ruling. So they knew going in that no matter, if we say we're taking him off, it'll go to the Supreme Court. So we're not even going to pretend we're going to make this ruling. And they're going to put an injunction on it, and it's just going to sit there. And unless the Supreme Court takes it up, it'll just sit there, from what I understand. But they wrote in, that's what's crazy, from what I understand, they wrote in their decision that you can't even write Trump's name in. Anybody that writes his name in, it'll be thrown out. What the hell? I thought the write-in was the ultimate finger to the establishment. That's what I thought. I thought the write-in was when everybody goes, no, we don't want either one of them. Here's what we want. And I mean, that's just me. That's what I thought that was all about. But that's so funny. It's just getting so, the contrasts are just so glaring now. The left, they so crooked, man. They're just so crooked for their ideology. They will do just about anything. You give them marching orders, man, those suckers, they stick to the game plan. I've always admired the left for that. They cover each other's butt no matter what you do. I was watching a congressional hearing the other day, and old Swalwell is just badgering this poor witness, just badgering him. And the next Republican that got up, he apologized to the lady for Swalwell. He's got a lot of problems. He's got a sketchy past, and the left just starts losing their shit. Whoa! We moved to strike those words. You can't disparage a member of Congress like that. He's just sitting here berating the lady, basically saying she's a freaking lying idiot. He can do that, but you can't go now. That guy, don't listen to him. He's a scumbag. You can't do that. You have to pretend he's an upstanding citizen. Wow. They want us so bad to fight. They want us so bad to make a move. One move. That's all they need. Just one. Oh, Joe's just itching to call martial law. Another lockdown. Have you seen I believe it's the WHO are now coming out going, hey, this last thing we did pretty good, but there's some things we can do better. So here's what we propose. Going forward, every nation signs this pact with us that if we tell you got a problem, and you have to then hand over control to us, and we will guide you through this terrible time you're going to be having. What? Who? Where are you? Oh, we're the WHO. Who? Who are you? Who? We're the WHO. Who? Who are you? Yeah. And then that John Kerry. If y'all haven't seen that John Kerry congressional testimony, You're missing out on just blatant, it's none of your damn business type of stuff. They start asking about who are his staff, who works for him. He names two people. They've got a hierarchy setting up there. And they're like, well, who is this? Who are these people? Who's your chief of staff? Well, that's something that I don't have to tell you. I work through the State Department. If you want to know that, you ask the State Department. And the guy's going, but you have staff. Who do you answer to? Who are these people? And he's like, hey, you don't be asking me this stuff. It's none of your business. It's just like with his airplane. Yeah, no, we never owned an airplane. Mm-mm. That's a lie. Next guy up goes, I want to submit for the record an article from 2022 about the Kerry private plane. His wife, well, yeah, my wife owned it. I didn't own it. I never owned one. I love that. He did it. He did. The dog ate my homework right there in front of Congress. I've never owned an airplane. And that's probably how their books look. His wife's, I think, a Heinz or a Hunt. I think she's a Hunt or a Heinz. She's a ketchup person, I think. But I never owned nothing, and that's the way their books look. John Kerry never owned nothing. All his wife. Just like Nancy Pelosi, she don't do nothing. It's all her husband. They geniuses. That's just, wow. The government's checking, or they're trying to get legislation through that they can track all, like Venmo activity over $600. But these guys can go buy 1,000 shares of a new public offering, and in 6 months sell it and make millions. Nobody cares. But if I'm sending over $600, that it's just $600. They want to know where it came from, why I'm sending it, who's getting it, why do they need it. It's just, wow. Man, when I sell this house, I ain't buying no more houses. That was a good one. Probably 10 years ago, I'd heard the story about BlackRock, and I think it was State Street at the time, buying up residential properties. And there's a warning. Person I was watching was warning, this is bad. This is real bad, because these people, they want to turn the society into that circular economy where you don't own anything, you just rent everything. You rent your dishwasher, you rent your refrigerator, you rent your TV, everything. TV goes out, you get another one. You just keep paying rent. Rent. And now, a couple of days ago, I'm watching that Patrick Bet David, and they're talking about how it makes no sense. It makes no sense about a house, because you can rent something most places for almost $1,000 less than it costs you in a mortgage for a home. Plus, you don't have to do, on the rental, you don't have to put 10-20% down. It's just, it's like they've made it. They're making it to a situation where, why would I buy? It's financially, can't buy. I have to rent. And that's what they want. They're going to control everything. If you own a house, first off, there's going to come a time where if you buy a house, you're ultra rich. Nobody below millionaire buys homes. That's what they want. They want everybody below that status, and they want the 98% renting. They want that rent. And you better believe, once those people have their situation lined up. Ain't gonna be no more of this skipping rent. And I can stay in my apartment for a year or my house for a year and you can't get rid of me. You can't evict me. You can't do nothing. Because right now that's the way it is in California, at least, and some other states, that people go squat houses and it takes an owner a freaking year to even get them out. And then they end up having to do it on their own. The law won't do it. So once those guys have the rental market covered, yeah, you ain't gonna be missing payments. And by then, it's gonna be a auto debit system like it mostly is already. Just auto pay every month out of your account. That's the way everything's gonna be now going forward. Yeah, everything. They're gonna make it. They're pushing it digital. They're pushing it. I still don't know what they're gonna do to Bitcoin. I've got some Bitcoin. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. We'll have a couple of thousand in there one day, and then the next day it's down to 600. What do you do? The future does not look bright. It is done. They're going to take all of our freedom, our flexibility, our ability to move around, our ability to trade with each other. You know, they're going to, that's the bad thing, is they're literally, when they look at this society, they literally want, if you go to a garage sale and you buy a painting of a clown for $5, they want their tax. They want their tax money. And it's going to get to such a point with the surveillance state that that's going to be the deal. You ain't going to be able to have a garage sale without somebody coming up going, what are you doing here? Have a garage sale. Let me see your books. Are you holding out tax? You taxing people? You have to tax people because you have to pay the state. You have to pay the state. The sales tax. You sold something. You gotta think about that. Think about that. What doesn't have a tax on it right now? The only thing you can do without paying tax is private interactions with cash. You know, I try to pay all my contractors with cash, and I talk to them all about, hey, I'm hoping my money that I'm giving you, you don't report it. Don't report it. I hope you don't. You can if you want, but I wouldn't. It's crazy. It's crazy they take and take and take and take. And just look at those budgets in our government. Oh my God. I don't think there's a department left that's not $1 billion budget. Every department is $1 billion budget. Think about that. And they just grow every year. There's always jobs in federal government. Always job openings. They never run out of jobs. When they run out of jobs, they create more jobs for themselves. And they say, hey, we create jobs. Do you? Do you create jobs, or do you just create positions that you give money to? No necessity involved in the job. Just a place to send more money. I just don't know how grown men can sit there day after day and make decisions like they do the things they do to us, and then in kind do the things they do for themselves, that they all sit in a room and go, this ain't good for any of us, guys. We wrote up some legislation that omits us, that gives us a clear path. I don't like this. Now, I'm not doing it, but if I want to, I don't want any friction. And they're proposing that going forward, you can't audit I believe this is what they want. You can't audit a sitting member of Congress or the Senate. Can't audit their financials while they're in office. As long as they're in office, you can't mess with them. Once they're out, then you can do the witch hunt. But while they're in office, we keep the appearance. Everybody's cool. Ain't nobody a crook up here. Look, hey, nobody's getting investigated because you made a rule against it. You made a rule making sure while you're in office you never get investigated. It's oh my God, it's so sad. But what do you do? I'll raise your crooked politician, and I'll see your crooked politician. I'll raise you a pedo priest. That's a joke. It's a joke, isn't it? It's all a joke. Well, I think I've spewed enough this morning. I appreciate it. God bless you. Love y'all. Good discernment, good vibrations. Take care.